We did that long ass like hour and a half show.
Yeah,
Probably the best because I'm pretty sure it was when I had the coronavirus last year.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No problem. All right, or as you can hear, he is with me, and
Fuck what you talking about?
Checking in on the league. There hasn't been, a whole lot of drama. I mean, aside from just last night with Hollis, and it's been a very interesting half season.
What's your take on that? What's your take on that, Stokes? What do you think happened? Just what do you think happened?
Okay, well, do I think he purposely lost his connection? No. Do I think that if you don't like a game mode, you don't like the way you're playing, and you're losing by 3 touchdowns to someone who you've been bashing their head on the ground for a year, I can see how that can get to you, and I can see how that conclusion can be brought about.
Could have led to a rash decision.
Yeah, and I can understand how that happened, how that could happen. Now,
here's my take.
Go ahead.
Let me give you my take on this. So, what I truly believe, I believe Hollis had a dev game. And he was trying till the last second to try and get whatever stat he needed. And he could not secure it. So with 45 seconds left, he said, what am I, just going to let this dev game go and then upgrade this motherfucker in 2 seasons? No. I'm going to quit. I'm going to pull my shit. I'm going to say, in the Force, my player gets his stats he needs.
That's an interesting thought.
I mean, that's more probable to me than after your opponent is experiencing connection problems, not one message the whole game, 45 seconds left, getting dubbed up by a motherfucker who you've, like you said, bashed their head in. It's horrible timing. You know what though? Because his homie Jamil, whatever, he went on there and he was like, I'm not here to say he did or he didn't, but y'all are kind of piling on my boy. He kind of was playing the Stokes role when it's me.
Yeah. we all need that voice of reason to
everybody
come
needs
in
that just everybody needs that ride or die, I'm around
watch out for my dog. That's right. Yeah, we all need that guy. So a shout out to Jamil.
He basically said, like, y'all are piling on him. It seems like it's for no reason. And I explained to him, and he seemed to understand. I was like, look, man, this motherfucker come in here, and he's talking shit. Everybody's a bot. He's whooping everybody's ass. You know what I mean? And then this happens. That's going to draw some attention to you. And I can be the first one to say that because, I'm a similar character.
Yeah, you're living proof. But, I mean, I do appreciate...
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I do appreciate that when he said what he said, he didn't immediately cap up for Hollis. He said, I'm not going to say whether he did or didn't, because obviously there's what you know and there's what you can prove. And it's really, really difficult to prove something like that. In
an online Madden league, it's almost impossible. Yeah. I have attempted to prove some things. You know what I mean? Like... Yeah. And I feel like I did a pretty motherfucking good job. And still, like, there's no really proving it 100%. And unless you can do that, it's hard for a motherfucker to act on that. And like I was saying, after Jamel posted that, I was like, you know what? You're probably right. I don't know if Hollis has broken any other rule. So, it being the first time it's happened, you go ahead and give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, that's fair.
If it happens again, then you're like, hold up. We gave you the benefit of the doubt that first time. What's going on? Type of shit.
Yeah.
And that just seems like the most prudent way to handle the situation.
I concur with
Because
that.
I've asked for that myself. When in the game against Jason, the playoff game against Jason, I just what I mean, bro. I've played in so many Madden leagues over the years with so many different nuances to the fourth down rule that just in that moment, I needed, what did I need? 3 yards to go to the Super Bowl. I just didn't, I was like, there's no way that there's a rule that prevents me from doing this, and I fucked up. I was wrong. There is a rule that prevented me from doing that. And you know what? I wanted the motherfucking benefit of the doubt in that situation because I was like, you know what? I offered to give the dude the win. He wasn't trying to take it like that, and I understand that. But I did offer that. I tried to make it right. It was the equivalent of in the game. I really believed that anything goes in the fourth quarter, but that was a different league, and shit happens. So I want to say that even if Hollis did pull the plug, he should get the benefit of the doubt the first time. And I think Ronald Ridley was the first one to say that you know what I mean. First rule break, go ahead and give him the benefit of the doubt. And if that shit starts to happen again, starts to become a fucking pattern, then we address it at that point.
Yeah, I think in the end, we're a group of people in this league that we're men, and we all have to at some point just take the person at their word until they prove that they can't be trusted.
It's about integrity.
Yeah. So, I don't imagine it's going to go any further than what it already was. So,
and I feel like, just to say, I feel like Hollis is kind of taking it on the chin, all the criticism he's had. I know that meme I posted.
That was a fantastic meme.
That shit was so pure. I just was like, oh my god, this has to be done.
Yeah, that was a nice little ribbon.
But
on the day.
He went in there and he was laughing, so I feel like he's been a good sport about it all. And really, at the end of the day, only he really knows what happened. Only he really knows what happened. And I just feel bad for Joseph, because Joseph had to take a lot of ass whoopings from that man. And he dubbed him up. Yeah. I was watching it and he dubbed him up.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take a look at the game. See what happens.
I was like, man, and then it happened, and I was just like, all right, been drinking a little bit. There's no chance I'm letting this man live this evening. No chance.
Right, so that's about 7 minutes on Hollis, so we can
all right,
push it forward.
My bad.
No, we're good. All right, so the first thing I'm going to check in on is the standings here. What is that noise?
I play the Raiders next week.
What is that noise?
Oh, I was heating up my dab pen.
All right.
Did it sound like a rocket? A rocket fuel?
It did. All right, so what division would you like to check on first?
Whatever. First in line.
All right. Usually the AFC North is first. Okay, so I'm going to look at before the season started, Tef made posts about predictions for the divisions. First division up is the AFC North, and he predicted that Eric would be first, Cincinnati would be second, Cleveland would be third, and Pittsburgh would be fourth. And halfway through the season, it seems to be holding true. Eric is number 1, Hollis is at 2, Dre is at number 3, and for some reason it is escaping me who is Pittsburgh, so I do apologize for that.
Pittsburgh is Trey Prothro.
Trey. All right. So he is in fourth. So
do you know what? Just looking at this first division, my first thought, I love the PFPA. Those differences are a lot tighter than they were last year. At this point in the season, Eric would have had a plus 400 point differential, plus 200, plus 300. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that Eric is playing a lot more close games, and that's interesting. I think that he hasn't figured out.
He lost the action, bro. I as much as I'm, to this day, still, we should play on comp. It's what we've been playing on. It's the better game mode. To me, I don't want to go super deep into the comp versus sim bullshit, but I do like, and I think that it's more of how this game is playing rather than the comp versus sim. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, I can see that. I think that his offense, as he's running it currently, is not always conducive to the way the game is playing. Whether it's a matter of him not having the time, him not able to get outside the pocket, or whatever it is.
He's falling in love with throwing that jump ball to the tight end. I mean, he's fallen in love with it.
It's very effective.
And it is very effective. I'm not gonna lie. But like, I don't even, I see some people who will throw a wide receiver and they will click on immediately and go get that shit. I feel like he just throws the high ball and just lets the computer ag it. Like, honestly, I feel like that, because when I was getting in my zone against Barr, I was throwing some high balls, but here's the key to throwing that shit. You got to have that little hesitation to give yourself just a little bit of space from the defender so he can't get caught in that like jump catch animation where he knocks it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just you hesitate. You.
That's something I was watching Ridley do against Jason Wilson in their game. He threw a few high balls and he got some good catches out of it.
He got Pitts.
No. I was talking about Andrew, not Ronald. But yeah, Ronald's doing some work with Pitts. Yeah,
Pitts is just a nightmare, bro. He is a nightmare. You need Pat Watkins. We need Pat Watkins.
Yeah. One of the best Madden
just to guard Pitts. The best Madden safety of all time. Pat Watkins.
Good I love that dude.
Depending on who talked the Cowboys into trading him to you, would get like 30 picks a season.
Yeah, he was the man. Anyone who played PS2 Madden, you'd have to know Pat Watkins. He was just incredible as a Madden safety.
And then stop sign Hamlin.
Yeah. No one understands that. Okay, yeah. Ford mentioned Hollis is number 2 at 6-3. The Browns, Dre, he's playing decently. His point differential is -1, so that's a good thing for him.
Yeah. I noticed that. I peeped that. Yeah. Proto's 1-4. Damn, he started 4-2. I think Eric's going to win the division. I think Eric's a better player than Hollis. I feel like both of them relied on that, escape artist out of the pocket, hit the crosser, hit the post. I feel like both of them relied on that, but I feel like Eric's been doing this shit for longer than Hollis. Hollis is a young kid. Eric's been playing high-level Madden for a lot longer than Hollis has. He's played in Maddens where you couldn't just escape artists out of the pocket. I just feel like he's a better football brain than Hollis at this point. But, I'm not that, and that's not to say that Hollis is, an idiot. I'm just saying, like, I consider Eric, and I don't really, me and Eric don't really get along that well. So, if I'm like saying positive things, that it's got to be some facts.
Yeah, understandable there. I tend to agree with your assessment there. I don't think either of us are expecting Hollis to miss the playoffs. And for what it's worth, I'm pretty sure Hollis beat E in both playoff matchups in the last Madden.
Yeah.
So there's that monkey to jump or to get off of his back as far as that goes.
And I will say, I just like E's team better. That Herbert to Pitts combination, every single play you have to account for that with your user. Think about what that opens up for you.
Wait, you mean Andrews?
Yeah, sorry. Pitts is
Pitts is Ronald.
Andrews is Pitts light, pretty much. He's that tall, fast, X Factor tight end. He's not Pitts. I would be a little bit scared if Eric had Pitts.
I saw that Eric got Rondell Moore to superstar, so that's something to look out for. And also, Hollis said he's waiting to get Watson to X Factor. So once those things happen, it'll be obviously a different game for both of them.
So I'll just say another thing. Remember my theory on what happened in Hollis's game? Why the connection was lost?
Yeah.
I took a I went as soon as I had that thought. I went and scrolled through his whole roster. I know every single superstar. I know every single X Factor. So next week, once they advance this shit, actually, I could probably go check it right now.
We're already advanced.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead and pull up them Bengals. Let me see.
You're gonna make me
I already know.
Oh my gosh.
I said, you know what? Let me just make sure, do a little favor for the league. Get my detective skills going. Nah, go to the X Factor and Superstar database.
Wow.
Although, go to that first, because that's been glitched out on me in several leagues. It's only showing me like some of my guys.
Great.
That's all he had. So if he didn't get nobody, then maybe they didn't get the stats, or maybe my theory was wrong. But I did make sure that I made note of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He told me I was a bot, and I was like, I'm not a bot. I'm old.
Do you see either of the other two teams in the division making the playoffs?
I can see Dre making the playoffs, bro. I've been liking Dre's game. Not gonna lie, been liking what Dre's doing, and Dre's is a tremendous team builder, and I like what he started off with this year. So I could see Dre maybe sneaking in. It definitely hurts that he's in the AFC, because I feel like the AFC is just slightly deeper than the NFC.
Interesting. So he has escape artist on Patrick Mahomes, from what I recall when I played him, and I don't understand why he doesn't scramble with him.
The X Factor?
Yeah.
I can't, bro. I have that on Russell Wilson in another league. I can't activate it, so I'm about to take that shit off.
Yeah, you need multiple 10-yard scrambles? I
feel like I've done that, and I just and maybe it's glitched or something. I don't fucking know. Yeah. But yeah, you know what? If they just took escape artists out of the game, there's no reason why you should get a fucking speed boost in Madden. This isn't fucking Mario Kart. Just take the shit out of the game. It's fucking stupid.
AFC South. So Tev said the division would end up Jacksonville first.
Strong is a tough out on this game. Because, one, he has Nick Chubb. He ran the fucking ball down my throat. I know I cried about it. I was feeling helpless. It was like I was stuck in a goddamn fucking, what do they call it with the water? You don't get the water from the city, you get the water from the well. It was like I was stuck in a deep well, and he just kept hitting me with the 0-1 trap, and I was just like, if this motherfucker runs the 0-1 trap and milks the clock to 1 more time, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Yeah, he is probably the absolute worst person to be behind against, because he runs the ball so religiously, and he will burn that clock.
He's like you. He's very much like you, and it's very annoying. I have this knack for your tendencies. But when I play him, I'm like, oh, is he gonna pass? Oh, what trap? Fuck!
yeah. It's he's really difficult to get back ahead of once you're down against him. And also he's got Nick Chubb, so he's gonna be a difficult out in the playoffs.
Yes,
I'm not sure who he's lost to.
He has beat in the last 2 weeks me and Quan. He held Quan at 10 points.
Yeah,
and
so I'm not sure who he lost to, but he's got 2 losses, so it's a possibility.
I would say his schedule's not the best, so he might have 1 or 2 sim losses. He might be undefeated on the field. Ooh. I know I cried during the game, but I just want everybody to know I have 100% respect for Jeremy Strong as a Madden player.
Well, let's check it out real quick. I know we're getting down in the weeds. We don't want a 2-hour show. So he's played both of his losses. He lost to
Dale too. I know he's like 4-4. Or Dalinoya, whatever it is. He's tough. I beat him in the last second of the game, and he said he wasn't paying attention or something. I was like, all the times I beat you in a row, bro, and you're not going to pay attention in the last seconds against me? I don't believe that. I was whipping his ass I've been whipping his ass for 2 years, and he tried to say he wasn't paying attention. I was like, man, that's bullshit. You had me on the ropes, dead to rights, and then you didn't pay attention? Okay. But yeah, Dale is tough. Dale is tough. This game benefits the very, the people who are going to stick to their game plan and play more conservatively, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, turnovers, they are rampant, which I will get into again as a little update. But the South was picked to go Jacksonville, Houston, Tennessee, Indianapolis, and it's holding true right now.
Right on.
Yeah.
But look at Dale's point differential.
Yeah.
He's got to be close to I don't know what yours is, but he's got to be up there.
Well, Dale is.
I mean, not Dale. Fucking Strong.
Yeah,
Jags. 130, 120, something.
116.
116.
Yeah, so I don't think that Strong's going to lose this division. He's got a 3-game lead.
He's got that shit.
Yeah. He's got a couple of tough games coming up, but do you think anyone else is going to come out of this division?
I will say, Dale, I know his point differential is negative, but I like him to make some playoff runs this year.
Okay. Pour one out
and
for
Watts.
Watts.
Is trash.
He's on vacation, I think, and
I lost myself.
He's.
Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Stokes?
Yes. Oh boy. Hello. It's a lot quieter now. You can't hear me?
Oh, that's fine. Hello? All right.
Hello.
We're good. Oh, man. Watts is trash, bro. Is Watts the Colts?
Yeah, Watts is the Colts.
Bro, I beat Watts by like 40 points. At one point, I was just like, I'm throwing it at his fucking neck. I told myself before the play, I'm throwing it at his neck. I threw it right at his neck. He fucking missed a pick, and I scored a touchdown. And I was like, who the fuck is this?
It's not Watts anymore, but that's just we shouldn't expect that anymore.
This is just like.
Did your microphone come out of your controller or something?
I dropped the controller and my headphones fell out of the controller. That's why I couldn't hear you.
Well, I can't hear you as well as I could, and this is still going live.
All right, hold on. Maybe it reset my settings here.
All right. The AFC East, Tef picked to go Buffalo, which is Hankel, the Jets, the Patriots, and then the Dolphins. What was that? And right now, it's not going as Tef predicted. I was really thinking that Dirty was gonna do some work with the Dolphins, and he started up pretty well. He had a close game with Hollis, close game with Eric, and since then he has had a couple.
Did you see? Here's Dirty's problem. He could be good if he played like you, like Strong, like Dale. He could be good. But he just, for some reason, gets in his head that he has to throw the ball right now, and he just can't read the field. Did you see the little video I posted of him?
Yeah. I think one of the things that can get him is that if you show him Waddle and one-on-one coverage with no one over top, he's almost always going to put that into a pass, whether it's a run or not, and then he's going to send Waddle for a deep route. But if you disguise the coverage and you have someone running or someone in deep blues, that play's lost for him, and he's got to go to secondary reads.
And he struggles to make those secondary reads for sure.
Yeah, so I think that's something that's definitely affecting him right now.
Here's what I'll say about this division: Hankel's going to win it every season that he plays all his games. Or 90% of his games, he's going to win the division every year.
Really? I mean, Hankel. He's 6'2".
He's cheesy, bro. He's gotten back in his bag. He's gotten back in his bag.
He could have been 5-3. He didn't play his game against Eric. Maybe Eric would have beaten him. Maybe he would have beaten Eric. But I
think he could have beat Eric. I think he could. I've seen him play a couple of games this year, and he's in his bag a little bit. He's coming up with some plays. He's not just like bullshitting it. like he did maybe like for a season or two a couple years ago or whatever, because I don't even think he played at all last year.
He did it.
But he's back a little bit in his bag. He knows how to. He's a player who watches competitive players play, and he's good at knowing what works, and then just like he'll come up with his own scheme and he'll fucking just run it, and he'll run it, and he'll run it, and he'll run it, and he'll beat a lot of people doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So now.
But wait, no, Splash is in that division. I could see Splash taking it, but not Derek and not Ozzy.
Splash is 3.5 games back already, so that's going to be a tough one.
No, Splash is 1-8.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was the Patriots. Okay, yeah. So he's not going to win this year.
But he's his point differential is that of a 3-6, 4-6 team. It's not like he's getting blown out. Like he's just run. I feel like he's just running some tough opponents. He hasn't really had time to figure the game out, figure out what he wants to do. He's just been kind of doing his Madden 22 shit. Splash is a good player. I've played Splash a lot. Splash is a good player.
I definitely agree with that. So yeah, we both agree that. I can see
maybe Splash taking a few divisions, but I think Hankel is gonna win this division a lot this year.
Okay. All right. So lastly, well, no, not lastly. Okay. So now we're gonna go. Actually, yeah. Lastly, in the AFC is the AFC West. Tef said that division was gonna go Denver, Las Vegas, Chargers, and the Chiefs. Now, when he made this prediction, he had Michael Morrison in there for the Chargers. Now Morrison left; he was replaced by Jeremy Strong. And
Strong's a better player than Morrison.
I'm sorry, Jeremy win, and that one win was against me just last week. So that is a player, testament. Bro. It's a testament to everybody.
Don't look at a record.
Yeah, if you put yourself in positions to let people take a game away from you, oftentimes that game's going to get taken from you. You can't take any of these games for granted. Yep. And you just have to make sure you stick to your gun.
Confidence can kill you.
Yeah.
As soon as you start feeling like you can play around with somebody, you can't do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially
you don't know how often I run into this motherfucking problem, bro. Playing with my food.
Yeah, so you can't look at anybody's record. You can't look at anything. You just got to play your game, and you know.
Just look at Jeremy's gamer tag, bro. Circle Jeremy. He's got the inside. He just hasn't had the time to really put on the game himself. But if he really wanted to put his mind to it, he's always a tough out, bro. I've been playing him for years.
He has a good team tough. Also. His corners are Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey. He's got Calais Campbell, and he's got a pass rusher that's good as well. So
as soon as he starts taking Madden 23 seriously, he's going to be a threat. Ebon is going to be a threat. He's a good player. I've watched him play. As much as it pains me to say, Quan's a good player. He's a confident individual. I think he's kind of blind, honestly. His defense is tough, but I think he's kind of a blind man when it comes to even in the game against me. Like right before he ran it in for the go ahead TD, he threw a flat right to a covered dude, and I think that was the touchdown. He threw a flat, and my defender was right there, and I was just like, you cannot be throwing that. But he just didn't react. Dude caught it, touchdown, whatever.
Yeah, I think this division is definitely going to be fun to watch. As Jeremy continues to play the game.
This is going to be the best division.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. No doubt about that. I think that this division is gonna put two people in the playoffs. I could see three if the Chiefs, get.
Chiefs got to play me twice. I think he's played the Raiders at least once. I think that right now I'm gonna put hands on the Chiefs. But
as far as trash talk goes, you guys are all gonna be about that trash talk. Well, except for Jeremy, he's not going to say anything to anybody.
But if you look at the point differentials, it's me and the Raiders. We got pretty much the same point differential.
Yeah. His is plus 117. Yours is plus 119. So yeah, it's you guys are right neck and neck.
and he beat me by 4. He scored in the last minute. So I'm expecting a lot of dogfights with him. But if the plans that I have been putting in place start to pay off, I got a really young team, bro. I've got a really young team. So, he's got an 85 overall X Factor or superstar quarterback, and I have 70 overall Malik Willis, who has some tools, but he also throws a lot of inaccurate passes that lead to picks, and it frustrates the fuck out of me.
One of the things that you're going to have to make a big decision on, whether you're going to invest the time and maybe get screwed out of a playoff game or two because you have a young quarterback, or whether you're going to in the future trade him.
I think I'm going to pivot. I think I will. Yeah. Just knowing me.
Yeah. You'd only
and
one bad
and
loss.
Not only knowing me, but knowing that. How highly do people value 94 throw power, 92 speed quarterbacks? Highly or no?
Yeah, I would say they value them pretty highly.
So, what I said in that little article today, I wouldn't trade him for 5 first-round picks. Just kidding. Send that motherfucker. So.
All right. So now we're going to go
if the right deal comes along and.
Good.
But I would like to, at least be on the journey with Malik where I get him to superstar or X Factor and see what he's really got when I get, maybe some abilities on him. But I at the same time, I don't feel like abilities are like the end-all be-all this year like they were last year. And that makes me happy because I was against abilities from the start, and they seem to do less this year than they did last year. They're not so dominant.
So it may be because I haven't seen too many people with the ability, but I haven't seen Acrobat play a role in anything just yet.
Acrobat is only on 90 overall DBs.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so
it was the first ability you could get last year at 75 overall superstar.
Right.
So
yeah, and
that's a huge change.
Every defensive back had Acrobat.
Absolutely. From the moment you're a superstar, that's the ability you get. That's the ability it was the best defensive one in the game, first of all, because you could be 2 steps behind the wide receiver and just animate and fucking, you know what I mean? That shit was glitchy. It was the escape artist of defense.
That was definitely, I would say, the most OP ability that is an escape artist. It was that.
It was game changing, absolutely, on the defensive side. That made me. If I was throwing at an Acrobat, I was fearful.
Yeah. Yeah, even if he's beat by a step and a half, 2 steps, you're like, well, I don't know if I can make that.
And can I just say I love this freeform shit? I've been trying so hard to lab it, and I haven't really gotten it into my game reps. But I am so close to having that shit kind of down. So I'm excited about what that's going to do for my game, too.
All right. Good.
I'm getting glitchy, bro. I'm tired of losing. I've been losing all last season.
I don't like hearing that stuff. So we're going to move on to the NFC North. It was predicted Detroit.
Who's going to... Is anybody going to watch this all the way through? These motherfuckers better watch this shit.
Chicago. I mean, what are we at now? We're in the NFC, and we're 34 in. Yeah, it'll be all right. It'll be all right.
All right.
Okay. So right now it is going almost as Tef predicted. The top 2 are the same, and the bottom 2, the Bears have stepped it up a little bit.
This is the other division that I feel like has a chance with the AFC West to be the strongest, because Jamil's a good player. I don't like to give Ridley's credit, but Andrew's a good player. Prey is a good player. Jason's a good player. They're all good players.
Yeah, and Prey just got through, bashing in the head of Jason, and then Jason followed that up with a loss to Andrew. So I think this is going to be a very interesting division, and
it's going to be carnage. There's going to be a lot of carnage in this division, and that's exciting for me. I like to hear that because I like to watch these motherfuckers play. And you know what? I feel like they're starting to talk shit more. I feel like there's enough shit talkers in the league now. It's not just me. It's not just Henkel. There's not just Prey There's enough shit talkers in the league. It's starting to get juicy. It's starting to get saucy.
Yeah, the articles are helping. I think that whenever there's videos done, I think all the content is very, very helpful for the league.
For sure.
And I love it.
Sure.
I love it. So I think that this division can put 3 people in.
Me too.
Because the NFC East, we're going to get to, it's the worst division in this league. NFC South, don't worry about that. NFC West. So the NFC West, I think they'll put 2 in. So yeah, I could see the other 2 wild cards being from this division. I don't think we'll get to a point where all 4 of these people make the playoffs, but I can see all 4 of them with
Aaron Rodgers,
record.
right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Let me. This is my. I don't even know what to call it.
Bold prediction.
Like a fucking. I'm predicting the Bears win this division.
This season? Okay.
Yeah, this season.
Okay.
You got to give credit when it's due.
Okay. Well, hey.
He's made the right moves. You don't acquire Aaron Rodgers with thoughts of, sliding into the playoffs as a wild card.
That's true.
You acquire him with the thoughts of going 13-4. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would imagine he saw how his game was developing, and then he made the moves he made to accelerate his window, and that's all you really want out of your owners.
Yeah, that's kind of what you did. You were like, I'm liking this game. I'm liking how this is looking. Let me go a little bit more chips on the table for these first few seasons. I did the same thing.
Exactly.
I have Malik Willis though, so that's I'm trying to blend the future plan with the let me try and have a chance now, because without Honey Badger and Mike Evans, I don't think I had a chance. Honestly, I was really struggling. And I feel like Mike Evans gives me that threat where people aren't just going to play press man against me.
Yeah, and I think, doesn't Mike Evans have deep out, elite?
No, I've got some. I got a red zone threat on him. Red zone threat's glitchy, bro.
Oh, okay.
I got red zone threat on him, and
I guess I know what I need to put on George Kittle.
Yes, absolutely. Look at what abilities Eric has on. I guarantee you, he has red zone threat on that dude. Guarantee it. Go look.
Well, you want me to look now?
Not right now. Not right now.
Okay.
When we're done with the my bad. I'm not trying to boss you around. Hey, bitch, go look. No. I guarantee he has red zone threat on him. So I was like, let me get, if I couldn't find a tight end, because nobody was trying to give up a tight end, obviously. Mm-hmm. They're fucking, it's one of the rarer things. But I got a future tight end coming, boy. I got one. Okonkwo. He's a beast.
Yeah, I don't know anyone outside of Denver that actually pronounces that man's name.
No, that's Akwegbunam.
You're talking about a different one.
I'm talking about Okonkwo. He's a rookie for the Titans, maybe?
Okay, well, my bad. My apologies to that man.
Yeah.
One of the things about this division
nobody pronounces Akwegbunam.
Yeah, no thanks. Everyone in the division here has a point differential of at least positive 50.
Yeah.
So they're all doing well.
This is what breeds champions. I feel like you got to go through if you're going through 6 games a season and it's going to be a dogfight, that gets you ready for that. That AFC Championship game. You're not like, oh man, I haven't played a game in 9 weeks. I gotta fucking lock in. No, I've been locked in for fucking 17 weeks. So I feel like it benefits you. One of the things about
those divisions of death is that you don't get the benefit of having the bye almost ever because you're busy.
Or home field always. And I feel like with the momentum shit that they put it, I could do without that, honestly. You can't see your hot routes. That shit is whack to me. I could do without the momentum shit. I get it. It's realistic. But it's just it's overbearing to me. Like playing away teams are still able to make hot routes. Every stadium isn't fucking deafeningly loud. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I definitely think that not being able to see
silent hot routes. If you can't hear, they do signals. You
Yeah.
shouldn't be able to have to hot route a guy 5 fucking times. That shit bugs me. I could do without that. I could do without it.
So tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, that's how I really feel. I could do without that shit.
Okay, so I think that this division is going to put out 3 people into the playoffs. It's just a matter of what 3.
Bears gonna win the division.
Okay, so I'm going to go. You know what? I'm going to pick Prey to win the division.
Prey.
I feel like.
Damn, Jason. Fuck you, Jason. How about that?
So I think Jason's still trying to figure out who his quarterback's going to be.
Yeah. Jason acquired Mac Jones. Mac Jones what did I tell? He's just a chubby, slow, noodle arm Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson was a problem last year. You didn't get Zach Wilson. You got his chubby cousin, bro. Ugh.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be really difficult for him to build up. So I'm gonna say that Prey's going to win the division. Jason's second, Bears third. Jamil,
but all 3 make the
misses
playoffs?
at like 10-7. That's my prediction.
I think all 4 of them will have a winning record.
Yeah, I agree. NFC South. Tess said that division was going to be Atlanta, New Orleans, Carolina, and Tampa Bay. That is going exactly how he stated. I'm running away with the division.
Are you the only one with a 200? Oh wait, no, you ain't got quite 200.
It's 165.
160.
Yeah. So, Ramey's got a positive point differential. Plus, Rockets going.
Shit, sorry.
No, it's all
I tried to get it out of the way. You can still hear it. That's a powerful rocket.
Ramey's played some close games. He had a close game with Hollis, and he had a close loss to E as well. So,
how old are you, Al? How old are you? I feel like you're getting into that like Teflon age where you're just like you're never gonna quite get there anymore. I feel like you used to be good back in your day. How old are you, bro?
I mean,
you 45 yet? How old are you, bro?
There was definitely a time where Ramey was one of those top guys that you would see on like the Madden pages and stuff like that. I remember having some battles with him for money in the past. So I'm not going to doubt him, except for in this division. He's not going to win this division. That's just not happening.
No.
Joseph, he just. So his point differential would look a little bit different if that game with Hollis was there.
Right.
But anyway, and then the Bucks.
I like Joseph. I was watching him play. I was like, man, he's about to beat Hollis. I did not believe that Action was going to beat Eric. Didn't believe it. Not for one fucking second until it just was like, it's going to happen.
Yeah, when in watching that game, I was like, "There's no way this is gonna beat Eric," because he was like running 3 times and punt, running 3 times and punt, running 3 times and punt. I was like, "Oh my god, what are you doing?"
It's just one of those situations where like Eric is like me. He's just very fucking stubborn. He's gonna keep doing it until it fucking works.
Yeah.
Type of shit, you know what I mean?
He had 2 fumbles for 6. So I mean, that was just one of those games where it's like, wow, I can't believe it.
I just never believed it was gonna happen until it did. But the whole time I'm watching Panthers Bengals, I'm like, man, he's about to beat him. He's actually playing better than him, and he was playing better than him. Because Hollis is a cocky motherfucker. He got all, I'm gonna do whatever I want. No, you're not. I hope you didn't quit that shit.
So I'm gonna win this division. I don't think that
you're gonna win it every season. You're not just gonna win it. You're gonna win it every season.
Well, I mean,
it's gonna be pretty comfortable for you,
for sure. But Ramey, I think he's gonna make the playoffs. I don't know about this year. I think he might. The fact that he's got Kenny Pickett as his quarterback, I think that was one of his worst decisions that he could make. Having Kenny Pickett as his guy.
It's just like Mac Jones. He should have kept. He got some talent though. You can't, if that's what he thought. If he thinks he can do it with Pickett, then he watched Iban complain about Pickett over and over and over again, and then decided to bring him in. So that's on him.
He's got Derrick Henry too. So I mean, he's going to ride Henry for sure. But at the same time. Trying to put in your team's life depending on Kenny Pickett. I don't know if that's a wise decision.
No,
So I think
it's
that
not.
Joseph is actually going to overtake him in this season.
I think Joseph will finish second. I don't think he'll make the playoffs. I think he'll probably be in the running until the end, but I think he'll probably miss out.
Yeah, I concur. Then we go to the NFC East. This is the worst division in the league. So the press row had it predicted Philadelphia, the Giants, Dallas, and Washington. Press row had the Giants finishing second. They have 0 wins. So
The Giants are a joke. Let's just say that. I will say, I don't think Tef's really had much time to put into the game.
Well, yeah,
I don't think he
he
knows
was
really what he
vacation.
wants to do.
yeah.
So, but he's just garbage again. I was very pleasantly surprised to watch Tef do damage last year. He made the playoff. I think he made the playoffs more than he didn't.
Yeah,
I don't think he won a lot of playoff games, but he was definitely winning games.
Yeah,
And
he
I was, I thought that was, and I don't think he was doing it abusing escape artists either. So, which
No,
his
guy didn't have escape artists from what I recall.
Yeah. So I definitely was pleasantly surprised last year by Tef, and then this year just bagged to hot garbage juice.
So
But
Ron
he's our
Clark,
fearless leader, and we love him.
he's one of those guys that he can beat anybody. You can tell me that he beat Eric and Hollis, and I would believe you. And then you can tell me
Who?
he lost to. I'm talking about Ron Clark.
Oh yeah.
You can
Totally
tell me he beat Ron, he beat E, he beat Hollis, he beat me all in a row. Then you can tell me he lost to whoever you consider the 3 worst people, and I would believe it too. Like he is just
Tony.
like Thomas Strong in that regard, that he could beat anyone and lose to literally anyone in the league.
Yes. And yeah, Thomas Strong too. Although when I played Strong, I had a hard time. But you know what? I think I lost by 1 possession, and I turned the ball over 7 times. So, if I can do that, if I can manage to get the turnovers under control, I'm gonna start winning a lot more games. I feel like when he was like working a regular job, he was really tough on Madden. Now that he's running his fucking photography shit and his, he videos a lot of shit, he just doesn't have the time. He has a kid, he's got a wife, he's got a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah.
And then he runs his own business, which is
Takes a lot out of you.
growing rapidly. So that's what hinders Ron. Because the other Ron, the Eagles, he's a teacher, right? I believe.
Yep. Yes.
And he has time to put into the game. You know what I mean? He meshes his love for Madden well with his life. And owning your own business is just not very conducive to being a problem in a Madden league. And I feel like Watts runs his own business too, and I feel like he suffers from that too. He just doesn't have the time to put in.
Yeah, I think the work-life play balance is something that we all struggle with, and trying to figure out, how much time we're willing to put into these things that our significant others aren't going to be proud of in the end. So we'll be proud of it. The guys on the page will be proud of it. But when we take it to the fiance or wife or other significant others, like,
babe,
well,
I won, babe, hey, babe, I won the 281 Super Bowl. What?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you give me a drink?
Yeah.
What? I said I won the Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So, but there are also significant others who sometimes give you that little faint reaction. Oh yeah, congratulations! I'm happy for you, type of thing, and that's good too. But anyway, Ron really he's doing some work right now. He started out 0-2, and then he's rattled off 7 straight wins. He is really using Kyle Pitts, how the Falcons in real life should use him.
Pitts is a headache, bro. I don't want to guard Pitts. I'm glad he's in the NFC. I hope he never trades him to the AFC. I don't want to guard Pitts. I don't want to guard Pitts.
With the way this game is playing right now, with size and all that being so important, I would be really, really surprised if he traded him. Really surprised.
It's bad enough that fucking Donald Parham is in the AFC with the Bengals. I don't want to guard him either. I don't want to guard him. I don't want to guard Pitts. I don't want to guard anybody over 6'5". Well, I don't want to do it.
I don't think that Ron is going to lose this division, not this season. Maybe next season. I don't know. But I think that Ron Clark is a bit too Jekyll and Hyde to be consistent enough to win the division.
Yeah, I feel like Ron is just, like I said, man, he owns his own business. He's running his business. Tony owns and runs his own business. He just doesn't have the time. Tony wants to be so good at this fucking game.
He really does.
He's been wanting to be so good at this game for so goddamn long. But he just doesn't have the time to put in to be that good. And then he gets Tony is so frustrating, bro. Even when I'm not going to say I had him. Even when he had himself playing good last year, I just there would always be a point when I'm watching his game where he just does the dumbest fucking thing you could do. And I was just like, I got to turn this shit off.
I think that, even when it comes to people in general, even the most coaching in the world, it doesn't stop those blunders. And that's just something that you can't really change in people, because I have those mental.
I hope I can change that in myself from early in this season, bro. I hope I can change it, or I'm gonna be fucked. I think I can change it. I got too much time in this game being elite to not be elite no more.
I hear you there. I think this is going to be Ron's division for the foreseeable future. And the last division we've got is the NFC West. Press Row had this predicted: Rams to finish first, Niners, Cardinals, and then Seahawks. The Cardinals are predicted to be third, and they are 0-9.
So the Cardinals are... Who is that?
J.R. Rodriguez, Jose.
He, I don't know much about him. I think he's probably busy with life, whatever he does. You know what I mean? He doesn't... It's very obvious that he does not put in the time to be good at the game.
He's one of those guys that you need in leagues, like the guys who can accept bad seasons without complaining, without saying, I'm going to leave the league. Yeah.
Good guy, for sure.
Yeah, those are the backbone of leagues. Is guys who can accept that they're either not good or they don't have the time, or whatever the case is for each person. But every league needs those guys that can accept that type of outcome. Because if you have, but
sorry, I was just gonna say he's in a tough ass division. Strong, Self, and David McGregor. I played David. When the first time we got through, and he beat me. I did not play my best, but I was like, you're a solid player. I remember telling him that.
Snap.
Huh?
Then we had the snap, like Thanos. Everything went away.
Yes. When we had the snap, and then we came back, we played again. I beat him by 4 touchdowns. But... his team is really good too. I was honestly really kind of sweating when I was going into that game, because I was like, is this motherfucker's team already 91 overall?
Yeah.
He has 9 X Factor superstars. This is going to be fun.
He started at 0-4, and now he's won 5 straight. So he is finally getting...
So here's what I'm going to say. Strong is going to finish 3rd in his division.
Oh my.
Tyler Self will win it. And Seahawks will finish 2nd.
Oh my! Okay, I see him. So as we mentioned with Ron Clark, Thomas Strong, he is a Jekyll and Hyde. He can beat anyone in the league, and he can lose to anyone in the league.
Exactly. Yeah, and he can explode at any time and fucking just you know what I mean? I believe that if he plays the way he played against me in all of his games, then he will probably win the division, but I don't think he will.
I think that if you look at his point differential, it's plus 26. So that means he's playing.
He ran the ball 20 times against me. I don't think I went into the game not expecting him to run once.
Yeah, he has.
There's
those
no
things.
chance that he keeps that up.
Yeah, I believe it. I think that he's just a difficult person to predict because he can have those games where he throws for 400 yards and 0 interceptions, and he can have those games where he throws 8 interceptions, just based on how you're playing him. Because he's not going to stop the plays that he runs.
At one time, I think it was not last year, but the year before, I beat him like 25 times in a row. I think he was in division with me and you, maybe. No. You were in Eric or DZ's division that year, but I beat him like 25 times in a row, and I just don't feel like he will stick to the formula that will be successful with him because for whatever reason, Nyheim Hines. Wait, no, not Nyheim Hines. Who's his running back?
I don't remember.
I think he's small. Anyways, he's fucking throwing motherfuckers off with that stiff arm, and I was like, how? For some reason, I might be wrong about this, but like I feel like tiny running backs are better this year in like power situations for some weird reason.
Jeremy Robinson, he's got Motor Singletary as his running back, and when I went into the game, I saw his first play came out in Wildcat. I was like, what? He's gonna run Wildcat with Motor? And Motor, he ran for over 100 on me. So I mean,
yeah, there's something to these small, tiny backs. There's something to it because the Raiders he ran a lot with Nyheim Hines on me. Nyheim Hines, why is he throwing people off of him? This is not his game.
Yeah.
But I think that they get into tackle battles more, and if you just spam X, you're gonna fucking just stiff arm them off you. Doesn't matter who they are. Yeah. I guess. I don't like that tackle battle shit. I don't like that.
Yeah, I always, even though I know that the tackle battles happen, I'm not always spamming X. Although I should.
Me neither. I can't do it. Like it's just until I create that habit, and I'm sure I will because it's important. But I haven't done it yet.
It's like the habit of holding R2 to tackle, no matter what you're doing. Right. I've been doing that for like 4 years now. So you're not gonna get that out of me just yet. So right. I'm still using R1 to tackle almost always. So anyway.
I strip every time I tackle.
Yeah,
especially on sim. Why am I not going to give myself that chance? I could stick my arm through your player and knock the ball out on sim.
That's been more than a few times. All right, so as far as predictions go, I'm going to go with you know what? I'm going to say David is going to win the division here. I think he's going to win it.
I can see that. I just think Strong's going to finish third. What did I say? Self first and then David second?
Yeah. I think that Strong, he's going to have a couple games towards the end where he just loses it. Maybe the pressure of whatever gets to him.
He doesn't even have a tough schedule either. I feel like he's got a relatively easy schedule, but I feel like those are the worst games for him. Because when it's me, he knows he's got to show up. When he doesn't feel like he has to show up, that's when he loses.
And I warn everybody again, don't take any game lightly. Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
So now we've talked about the divisions quite a bit. Where are we at on time? 1 hour. Okay. So I'm going to talk a little bit about fumbles. I had a list, or I'm sorry, I did the tally last time, which was about week 4.5, basically, and we had 75 fumbles at that time. That was in about 56 games, so that was about 1.3 fumbles per game, and that's 3 times as many as the last Madden as far as fumbles go per game. That's pretty ridiculous. Fumbles themselves are just rampant, and they're still rampant. I have a question for you. Do you think there have been more or fewer fumbles since week 4.5 to week 9?
More.
All right, you'd be correct, but you're not correct by too much. There have been 151 fumbles now. So there were 76 fumbles in between week 4.5 and the end of week 9. And
They're
that's
just out of control. In my opinion, they're out of control. Those, and then you're getting hit, your quarterback's getting hit, and then he throws a pick to the D-line. How many times does that happen in an NFL season? It happens once or twice a game. It's ridiculous. It's truly ridiculous.
yeah.
And
I mean,
you don't even... I feel like I'm more likely to get a random, just like fucking weird animation fumble than I am to get if I come up with my linebacker and hit Nyheim Hines in his mouth 5 times with a hit stick.
yeah, I think that's the most frustrating part about it is they're not all hit stick fumbles. They're not all.
If it was a well lined up hit stick and I fumble, I don't have Derrick Henry, you know what I mean? That's fine. But just getting a random ass, I saw one the other day. I don't remember who I was watching play, but I think it might have been Derrick. And he hits his receiver right in the hands. As soon as it hits his hands, he gets hit sticked, and they call it a fumble. No booth review, nothing. Explain that to me.
That's probably an incomplete pass in real life.
Yeah. There was zero chance. It was like ball hit hands, hit stick. The ball goes to the ground, fumble? What? No. But then, and I feel like receivers getting hit sticked are fumbling a ton. Running backs, you can run up the middle and get fucking eaten alive and you're not going to fumble a lot of times with your running back. That's just how I feel.
I've started to taking to putting my plays on conservative.
Yeah,
just because I don't juke.
I'm about to be there.
Yeah, I don't juke or spin, so I don't need to do the other moves.
You've been hitting everybody with like stick skills, so it's perfect for you.
Yeah, so I will probably continue to do that, and I also put Christian McCaffrey on having truz, so he doesn't fumble there anyway. So
that's smart.
Those are the things I'm changing about my gameplay because I would hate to.
You can't turn the ball over. It's just so imperative to get points on every drive. If you can do that, you're going to win a lot of games.
That being said, now we're going to go talk about interceptions. So when at week 4.5, there were 357 interceptions thrown by the league. Between then and now, do you think there have been more or fewer?
More.
You would be correct. There have been 759 interceptions thrown.
Yep.
That's 400. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's 52 more than that the same time frame. And just for a reference, the final season of 281, where most people were playing, we threw as a league 799 interceptions. So we're almost at the full season level of interceptions.
Here's my reasoning for why this is happening. The change from 22 to 23 has been so drastic. It is absolutely incredible how much not worrying about pressure can do for your decision-making process. So without that escape artist, without that little wild card that you got in your back pocket, or even without the escape artist, you could still you could get out of the pocket. You could double team that DE and you could get out of the pocket.
Yeah.
That's just how the game worked. And I feel like so many people, also the way the throwing mechanics are working, I feel like DBs are just playing the ball a lot better. I felt like last year you could, if you're possession catching it, there's no way you're breaking it up. It's just going to be a possession catch, they're going to fall to the ground, boom, done. Nothing you can do.
Yeah, I think that is definitely a big factor, and I think that a lot more of the under pressure throws are happening.
Oh yeah, and then the D line, you're hit, and then you throw it right to a D lineman, and he just catches it.
Yeah,
that shit is wild. How many times that happens per game?
either a D lineman or you're throwing something to like a deep out,
Just like a wobbly duck, yeah.
yeah, to someone in a hard flat, and they're just like, oh, okay.
I had one. I think I was playing strong, bro, where I didn't even feel like I had a defender really that close to me, and my receiver was butt naked open in like he was in like 25 yards of space. There was nobody. And Malik just threw it right to a defender who was in a hook zone like 20 yards underneath of the receiver I was throwing to. It was incredible to me.
So I think that things will get better as we get better at the game. We get better at the game, and as the quarterbacks get better. But
yes,
this is going to be something to continue to keep track of. Because if I went back and look at the first season of Madden 22, I mean, I would imagine that we threw a lot more interceptions than at the end. Because by the end of 22, everyone had either a superstar or X Factor quarterback. So that's not going to be the case here. Because no one's allowed to buy them, and two, regression is regression.
Oh my god. Derek just ruined my life when he posted that this morning.
Yeah, I don't know who that quarterback is. I'm hopeful that Josh Allen can keep his X factor throughout
Here's my strategy. I'm not if I miss a dev game because it got simmed, I'm not asking for it to be put forward on the next game because I don't want them to ruin my developmental, you know what I mean? Once you do that to a player, he never gets a dev game after that.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Like, do you know how many times... I don't remember what it was. It was one of my DEs last year. And I fucking... I did that one time. He won linebacker of the year, went superstar, back to star. Or went to X Factor, back to star, something like that. And I had Tef put him back because we could buy, right?
Right.
And then he was sacking the quarterback so many fucking times, never got another dev game. And how many seasons did we play?
I think we played 9.
Yeah, 9 seasons, and he didn't get another dev game.
Well, that's something to think about then. Okay.
Yeah, so I am like, I'm not doing that one time. If I miss my game, I miss my game. I gotta wait a couple seasons.
As far as I know, we're still doing the dev regression reversal, but...
He's gotta turn it off, man. He thought that they fixed it. Clearly they didn't. Just turn it off, Tef. Please just turn it off. Just turn it off. Just turn it off, Tef. Please just turn it off, bro. Please, just turn it off.
I cannot see it happening. I think that he is stuck on this hill.
Nobody's buying traits. We're not a buying trait league anymore. Just turn off the bullshit. Oh my god, just turn it off, bro. Just turn it off. Just turn it off.
I think
for the love of God, just turn it off.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's my plea.
Sure. I'm sure Tef will listen to it intently and make a sound decision because of it. So I don't have too much else.
No, we've done a long show. I feel like hopefully some people watch it and give us some good feedback. I feel like it's been good.
I agree. Do you have any parting thoughts? Any parting observations?
I hope my kids are not destroying my house. I hope they're sleeping still.
All right. Just one quick look at the games that have been played so far. Ridley beat Jason. Dre beat Derek. As we see, Ramey, he beat Trey, Pro Throw. You beat Barr. And Gray had a close game with Ron Clark. Let's see how many yards did Pitts get here against Tony.
How's Prey doing with Najee?
Pitts had 256 yards.
Najee Davis?
No, Najee Harris.
Najee Harris. I forgot this motherfucker's name. I just traded him.
As soon as he leaves the door, like, forget that guy.
I'm not gonna lie, Prey. Let me just tell you, bro. When you offered me that deal, I was like, thank you, God. I don't want this dude on my team anymore. He's too goddamn slow.
What's the
And he's
last
not breaking
game?
any tackles. He's not doing big boy things. He's not doing things that 245-pound motherfuckers do.
What's the last game he played for you? Which team? Which game?
I think it was week 7.
Okay, against the Jets.
Was that?
Okay, well,
I think it was before the Jet. I think it was week 6 then. Maybe it was week 7. I don't fucking know.
okay. So his game. Well, I guess I'm gonna guess you didn't give the ball to him 21 times, right?
No.
Okay. All right, so against the Chargers, Najee had 21 for 108.
That was a sim though.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Against the Bills, he had 10 for 109 and a touch. Against the Lions, Najee had 9 touches for 17 yards. And, and in the game
That was the
against
same
Cor-
shit he was doing for me, bro. I got a faster, younger, better running back and a first and second round pick for him.
well, against Clerk, he had 12 for 93.
I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, that isn't at all. So
You know what? At the same time, while I feel like I got out of jail on that one because I wasn't gonna give him the fucking ball. He was gonna regress, and I was gonna be fucked. So I was like, I gotta get rid of this dude for somebody who's not a superstar, so I can slowly build them. And then once they do hit superstar, I can feed them the ball, and they can do what they do. Keep that shit. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do a slower. Turned off.
remember your trying.
Yeah. Well. What's go check Eric's tight end. I guarantee he has red zone threat.
Mark Andrews has red zone threat and route tech.
Guaranteed. Told you. It's glitchy. Put red zone threat on your big boys. I wouldn't do it on a smaller dude, but I think you can. 6 foot or above. They just dunk on motherfuckers in one-on-one coverage.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead
And we're
put
blasting
this-
off again. I don't got nothing. I'm gonna whoop the Raiders' ass next week. How about that?
All right. Let me go ahead and put this on George Kittle while we're talking. Bring it out on lead. Let's go ahead and get the red zone threat. Where is it? There it is. All right. Thanks for that. All right, fellas. Well, this has been a lot of fun. Hopefully, if you stayed on for long enough, you got that little bit of game that Gas gave you regarding your big wide receivers. But if not, well, maybe it'll end up in the comments. But appreciate y'all listening. Do what you got to do. Give us some feedback. It was a lot of fun. Any final words, Tommy G?
Love y'all. I love. Oh shit.
Oh, God.
I love. I love the 281. Fuck all of y'all motherfuckers.
Perfect.